Welcome to For Whom the Bell Tolls, the podcast that's like a culinary school for people who don't think that cookbooks reward them enough for thinking outside the bun. I'm Chad Rutherman.
And I'm Andy Kinnick.
And today, as always, on For Whom the Bell Tolls, we're going to be talking about our favorite discontinued Taco Bell menu items. I've prepared a list of 4. These may be the only ones that I've had.
I've got a list of 6.
6 that you've had? Mm-hmm. A Taco Bell connoisseur over here.
Apparently, I thought that I was gonna only have eaten like 2 of them coming into this, but
yeah, a little background information. As far as I would say, probably a lot of people are like this, but I think that both of us definitely are. When it comes to eating fast food, we are more so than me, very stuck in your ways.
Oh yeah,
gotta order the same sort of thing every time. So that the fact that you've had more Taco Bell menu items that have since been canceled is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
So let's actually start on your list.
Okay.
What do you think? What's the one? Do you think that one of the things that got canceled actually made you switch to a different Taco Bell menu item as your go-to?
Yes.
All right, hit me.
The one that I mourn the most is the XXL grilled stuffed burrito.
Oh, okay.
It was my go-to for a while, and apparently I really was the only one who ever ordered it because I didn't find it on any lists of defunct Taco Bell menu items. But it's like I now get the 5-layer grilled stuffed burritos. Right. Or no, the 5-layer beefy burritos.
It's some combination of words.
Anyway, the 5-layer burrito.
Yeah.
And the thing about the XXL grilled stuffed burrito was just that it was huge, as the name implies. It was like 2.5 times bigger than like their regular burritos.
That's an enormous burrito.
They were big, yeah. They were like kind of like the ones you get at Sheetz, but like longer.
Okay.
Or taller, whatever.
This is like one of those 40 cans.
Yeah, it was big.
In burrito form, yeah. No, yeah, I never had it, to be honest with you. Yeah. I don't know why.
You could get it with steak, ground beef, or chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are some options.
Yep.
I have maybe like a bit of a food complex, so I feel like maybe just the act of ordering something that's described as double XL would have been too much for me. I would have been like, I can't handle the judgment.
It was so good, though.
I mean, I'll take your word for it, since we'll never have it again. Ring the bell for that one. So, moving to my list here, I'll go with this one. This isn't what I normally would have started with, but it definitely follows more in line with your choice as being one that I definitely got all the time. And I'm cheating a little bit because it's actually 3 that I got all the time. And that is the loaded grillers. This is an item they introduced when I was in college.
Yeah, I remember the commercials, actually.
Yeah, and they had 3. It was 3 different kinds of burrito. It was like one was the beefy nacho, which was the most like a traditional beef burrito from a Taco Bell, but it had those like crunchy strips, which is going to be a theme. Every time they get rid of something that has the crunchy strips in it, which is just a Frito, let's be real. Red Frito. I will gravitate toward whatever the next thing they put those in is, and I don't know why. But they also had the Chipotle chicken, which was really just good sauce.
Yeah.
That's it. It was good sauce and, Taco Bell chicken, which is questionable at best. And then the loaded potato griller, which was unique just because it had potatoes in it. You didn't get that much at Taco Bell. And they had these at their happy hour meal thing. And I'm only this familiar with it because it just happened that I worked nearby on the way past a Taco Bell. And so I would just stop there all the time between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m. And you could get these for like $1 a piece.
It also just feels very college.
Oh, yeah.
Like used to have those kind of routines.
Yeah, I certainly don't. I would strive for more variety these days, but yeah.
But you were living Moss.
I was living Moss at the time. So for the loaded grillers, we pour one out, we ring one bell. You know, let's ring 3 bells.
Yeah.
In quick succession.
Hark, hear the bells.
What's next on yours?
All right, so next on mine is just going to be the nacho fries. A more recent one, yeah. I thought they were pretty good. I feel like I only had them like twice.
Well,
which is probably why they
strong feelings on this one.
It's probably everyone else did the same thing, and that's why they got rid of them. If I had to guess.
Well, famously, nacho fries cycle in and out a lot. We're recording this at a time where you can't get nacho fries, but very well by the next time that we record,
they might be back.
They could be back.
Yeah.
I have a big pet peeve with nacho fries.
Uh-huh.
And it is that they're not my fries. Applause. You
got to insert the sound effect now. Children cheering.
Oh, yeah.
Applause.
Then a collective of people booing as well. Is that they give you a little cup of nacho cheese that is just never enough nacho cheese for the fries.
That's like classic restaurants, though.
True, yeah.
You either don't get enough chips or you don't get enough dip.
I call for a global surge in the amount of cheese provided by restaurants.
I mean, it's got to be cheap, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can't possibly be that expensive. But, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have a ton to say about them, but I liked them. Can you get them as a side? I feel like that's what they should be.
Yeah.
If they're not, Taco Bell, get on that. Because then I probably would have gotten them all the time.
We might have to have a Taco Bell sidebar, a Taco Bell Cantina segment, where we talk about how you order at Taco Bell. Because personally, I've never been a Taco Bell value meal person.
I used to be like big in on the Crunchwrap Supreme. And would always get that with like a crunchy taco or whatever. Because it's a meal.
Okay, but now
I just get like 3 beefy 5-layer burritos. I remember the name. It's beefy 5-layer burrito.
It's a beefy 5-layer burrito. I think the individual menu item is the way to go at Taco Bell because it really is about customizing the like 8 ingredients they have.
Yeah.
Now you can really hone in on what you want with that option. They're just all they do in the value meal is just tag a taco on.
Yeah.
And that's not that impressive.
Yeah, weirdly, I was thinking about like why Taco Bell has so many defunct items, and I feel like it's because their menu's so big.
Yeah.
And so many of their items like overlap with each other. Like I feel like lots of different people would like lots of different things at Taco Bell, but there's really no reason to order them over the thing they already get.
Yeah. Unbelievably, I actually have some knowledge on this. Which I guess should be believable because I host the preeminent Taco Bell podcast.
Of course.
Is that apparently the rotating menu items was always like a point of like the strategy of marketing the company. Because when they have a new item, people come in to try it. And so you do that, you cycle them in and out so that there's always something new for people to come check out. So I think we've been a little bit too self-serious on this Taco Bell podcast.
So what's your next one?
I just wrote this one out. I've never had it, nor have I ever heard of it before. But when I did hear about it today, it really set my heart aflutter. And it is the Bell Beefer.
That's on my list of interesting things, too.
Good.
Apparently introduced in the 70s and discontinued in the 90s, which is why we've never heard of it.
Holy shit. I can't believe it lasted that long.
Yeah, but it's basically just a taco, but instead of in a shell, it's on a bun.
Yeah. It is definitely Sloppy Joe adjacent from what I saw of it.
Yeah, but like no Sloppy Joe sauce. It's just taco meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real weird that they would do that. I imagine that they had to discontinue it when they came up with the think outside the bun.
Yeah, it's like we can't think
slogan.
inside the bun.
Yeah, buns need to be eradicated.
Yeah.
Before we can use this slogan.
But it seems like the kind of thing that I definitely would have like gotten at like a certain age.
I mean, I would have wanted to try it probably. Yeah. It doesn't look that appealing. I've never been a Sloppy Joe guy.
Me neither. But for me, it's like the sauce of the Sloppy Joe.
The thing that makes it sloppy.
Yeah.
You're looking for a nice clean cut, Joe.
Yeah. I like ground beef, but like the weird ketchup-y sauce, and sometimes people put like peppers in it. It's like, I don't know, which I like, but I never really liked it in a sloppy Joe. Anyway, this isn't interesting.
Hey, you know. We're talking about Taco Bell menu items here. It's not going to be all hits all the time. Do you have a hit to bring us in this moment of need?
Yeah, so basically when they introduced the Taco 12 pack, which is a thing I don't know if they still do. That was really novel to my dad, I guess, because he would always be like, every once in a while, be like, "You want to get a Taco 12 pack?" I'd be like, "Sure." So as a result, I'm very familiar with a lot of the different kinds of tacos. So I have both the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco, the fiery Doritos Locos Taco, and the Volcano Taco. All on my list. So this is my 3-bell pick.
The 3-bell pick.
So yeah, all of those have been discontinued, and they were all pretty good.
Notably, we did not signal to ring the bell for the for the beefer.
Oh yeah,
Bell
beefer.
I think that is an intentional choice. No respect for the fallen beefer.
Yeah, nothing inside the bun.
You can't ring the bell for something in a bun. That's blasphemy. But yeah, that's a good call out, I think.
Yeah, big fan. I was a big fan at the time. I think it was like late high school when they introduced the Doritos taco. And I got them somewhat regularly back then, but I don't think I've really had one since probably 2014 or something. But yeah, I did like the variety of the additional flavors.
Yeah, I feel like it probably went the way of most Doritos flavors in that nacho cheese was just so popular.
Yeah.
They just got rid of all the other ones.
Dude, sweet chili shell.
Where's the
sweet chili Dorito Locos Taco?
You know, if we ever branch
Make it
out,
happen.
which I know we've stubbornly been doing this Taco Bell podcast for the last 8 years, and we'll probably continue long into adulthood. However, if we ever did branch out, I will note that B-Dubs did wave the flag of the spicy nacho chili Doritos. They had a spicy chili Dorito wing sauce for a minute. So whatever sound effect you would play for Buffalo Wild Wings for that one, 3 bells for the variations on the Doritos Locos.
All right, what's on your list?
Okay, so we're down to my last 2. This next one is revolutionary.
I think it's one that I also have on my list, but I've been
yeah?
not saying because I know it's your thing.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. That's a different one.
Okay. Well,
that is on my list.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. But this is a revolutionary item that I never had. I never ate Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah, until I was
up.
pretty old. As far as times to try a fast food restaurant go.
Yeah, I was in high school, probably around when the Dorito Taco came out.
Yeah, you're like, well, now I got to check out this Taco Bell place.
Yeah.
But I saw ads for this, and it changed the way that I ate tacos for the rest of my life. And it is the double-decker taco, which is just a hard taco that they just put cheese on the outside of and then glued a soft taco shell to it.
Yeah, I think they spread the cheese on the soft shell and then wrap it around the hard
That's
one.
probably what actually happens.
Yeah.
Not what I did as a kid. I mean, sometimes I would do it. But yeah, it definitely, I think a taco is an okay food. It's just, it's a good food. It just isn't my favorite food. And so the idea of doing so, this really pushed it over the edge for me because it became more of a textural thing. And to me, it just feels better to eat than a hard shell or a soft shell by itself.
Yeah, I am a pretty big taco fan. I don't have them all the time, but I do like them a lot. But yeah, I agree. The textural thing is cool. That's one of the reasons I like the crunch wrap is because it's the soft tortilla and then it has the crunchy thing in the middle.
May we never have to ring the bell for the crunch wrap.
Yeah, it's too popular.
It is, yeah.
But yeah.
It is pretty much. I think the double decker is sort of the precursor to the crunch wrap because they are the same sort of concept, but the Crunchwrap is more convenient.
Yeah.
I made fun of, not even like 2 days ago, an advertisement for taco shells that had a square bottom. Because I was like, who's having all this trouble with their taco stick? Just lay your tacos down.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably the popularity of the Crunchwrap, is that it's a taco that doesn't spill everywhere.
Yeah, if you have like multiple, like it's kind of inconvenient to let them sit there and let stuff fall out of them and stuff.
Yeah. So the Crunchwrap solves that problem.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the Crunchwrap right now. But we are ringing a bell for the double-decker taco.
Yeah, that was one of the ones where I'm like, I saw it on the lists and just remember it really well, to the point where I almost felt like I had it, but definitely don't think I ever did.
Damn.
But yeah, so I guess the last thing I would like to bring up is just the... Apparently they don't have this anymore, but fully loaded nachos.
Oh,
Which is a thing that seems weird that they don't have.
I know they got rid of potatoes at some point. Do you think... Did they have potatoes on them?
They might have.
Could have been.
I don't think they did, though.
Couldn't have been.
Who, me? Couldn't be. Then who?
Glenn Bell.
Glenn Bell took the potatoes from the fully loaded nacho. But yeah. I mean, like, loaded nachos is another thing. Like, it's like a classic bar food or party food kind of thing that I'm fond of, and definitely got a handful of times.
I think this is a little tangential, but I think that, because I've actually never had the loaded nachos from Taco Bell, but I will say I think that the word loaded has been used too much in food marketing.
Yeah.
Because it really has a negative connotation, man. I feel like I never want something that's loaded. It's such a weird way of saying it. I use the phrase loaded in reference to like, oh man, that was so frightening that I loaded my pants. That's not what I want to think about.
You do say that all the time.
I say it constantly. You can't stop me from saying it.
You will load your pants, guaranteed.
But yeah, that's all. My last thing, and this is the revolution that it actually was part of Taco Bell's breakfast menu.
Oh, okay. This is actually not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, man. There's so much to discuss.
I'll just say it right now. I thought you were going to go with the beefy Frito burrito.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's tied up in...
The loaded grilling?
The loaded griller.
Okay.
I think the beefy Frito burrito probably was the first of those.
Okay. I thought that was just its own thing.
I think, that's what I mean. I think it came before.
Because, like, I associate that with you so much that it's the first thing on my list, because that's just what I thought of when I thought of defunct Taco Bell menu items.
That's true. The reason I didn't put it on my list is because they have an essential replacement for it right now, which is like just called something different.
Yeah.
Like the beefy crunch burrito or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I've had it like a couple of times just because you love it so much.
It's great. It's a very simple meal. It's
a simple pleasure.
It's a simple pleasure.
Yeah.
With Fritos.
But anyway,
the Taco Bell breakfast menu, which I will hold, and I'm not just saying this because I host the preeminent Taco Bell podcast, is the best fast food breakfast menu, and I don't think it's particularly close. And one of the great innovations was the breakfast Crunchwrap. And when it initially launched, there were 3 variations that you could have. One that had an interchangeable bacon sausage, which they've now separated into 2. And then one that was like just like potatoes and tomatoes.
Like a vegetarian one.
Yeah, like a vegetarian. I think they call it like the Fiesta or something. But there was the fucking misty disappearing 4th option, which is the country Crunchwrap, which maybe they got rid of it because the name was hard to say and weird. But it was essentially a Crunchwrap with sausage gravy in it. And it was so fucking good, but maybe it's like my southern roots. I just really love sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy slaps ass.
It slaps so hard. But it's gone. It's the only one of them that's gone. The rest of them stuck around. They got rid of the best one.
Yeah. I think I had the, like, sausage regular ass Crunchwrap, breakfast Crunchwrap. But I'm not that big of a breakfast person, particularly fast food breakfast. So I often forget that Taco Bell has breakfast.
True.
But no, I never had that, and it does make me sad because I do love sausage gravy.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that you could probably
just make one.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be too hard. I think the hardest part about the Crunchwrap, right, is that
you need
it's
one of those grill presses.
Yeah, and you got to learn how to fold a tortilla in like a cool pentagon. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does suck.
So ring the bell for the Country Crunchwrap, and also for the Frito burrito.
Yes,
which I forgot to mention before.
So while we're on the topic of the breakfast, apparently they got rid of the waffle taco, and if other than the Crunchwrap, if they don't have the waffle taco anymore, what the fuck do they even have for breakfast at Taco Bell? Because when they started the breakfast line, it was like the waffle taco and the breakfast Crunchwrap were like the things that I remember.
Yeah,
and they got rid of one of those,
and they got rid of the best version of the other one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit more. It feels more basic now without that. It just has like Crunchwraps and some variations of burritos. They just a breakfast.
Like a breakfast burrito is classic.
It is classic. They have a quesadilla, a breakfast quesadilla, but it's like so dry.
So dry for you?
It's dry as a bone, that breakfast burrito. They should get rid of that and bring the waffle taco back, because that's actually a good idea. Yeah, that's a shame. I actually forgot about the waffle taco. I would have brought that up hours ago.
I guess just for quick hits on my list, just classic Taco Bell, like 80s, 90s things that were so prevalent that even I know about them. Somebody who didn't really go to Taco Bell till like 2010. Or just the Mexican pizza and the enchilada. Feel like classic Taco Bell items that could very well be like McRib style items that they bring back once a year, and people would probably rave about it.
It's probably true. I know that the Mexican pizza fell at long last after the removal of potato from the menu. And I guess it had a potato element to it.
Right.
Which is, it's not what I imagine when I think Mexican pizza, but whatever. Yeah, no, that is a shame for people who like that. It's like McDonald's pizza, where it's a shame that people can't try it, but also probably good for us collectively as a society.
Yeah, you gotta stay in your lane sometimes.
Yeah, you've gone far outside of it to produce
You've gone
pizza.
too far outside the bun. You need to rein it in.
The bun's not even in your fucking rearview mirror anymore. All right. You want to cap this off?
I sure do.
Okay. Thank you for listening to For Whom the Bell Tolls this week.
What are we talking about next time?
Next time, we'll be doing a special episode on the Bell Beefer. Just 20 full minutes. We'll recreate it.
Yeah, eulogy for the Bell Beefer.
A eulogy for the Beefer. And until that time, you can get a hold of us. All of our contact information is on noclippodcast.com. We'll change the domain. Don't worry about it. Or on splattershot.pro, where you can find all of our old episodes about Taco Bell that are definitely there. And our YouTube channel. Congratulations to us. We hit 100 subscribers.
All right, it only took 7 years.
And until next time, Recuerdo Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth meal.
Make a cheesy bit. Taco Bell's open all night. All right, we're done.
Yeah, we pretty much.
That's the whole episode.
We've more or less hit the peak of comedy right off the bat. Nowhere to go but down.